Coming up, a 21-year-old woman is dead after crashing her motorcycle in Fargo. What we know about the accident. A big show of fundraising support for an abortion clinic in Fargo, which will soon be relocated to Moorhead. And a Grand Forks team takes home the top prize on Dancing with Myself. Hello and welcome to the Nightly Review. I'm Tom Tucker. We begin with a look at tonight's headlines, then a closer look, with comments tonight from Fargo Police Chief Dave Zibolski talking about the department's latest efforts aimed at cracking down on speeders in the city. And in the one-on-one conversation, my guest is Robin Nelson, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of the Red River Valley, talking about the agency celebrating 50 years of service. But first tonight, the woman who was involved in a motorcycle crash off South University Drive in Fargo has died. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says 21-year-old Tessa Holt died from her injuries suffered during the crash, which happened just before 8 o'clock Sunday night. Troopers say Holt and 21-year-old Elijah Fields were riding separate motorcycles in wet conditions on the roadway when Holt crashed her motorcycle, causing Fields to crash into her. Fields was not hurt, and Holt was wearing a helmet at the time of the crash. A big rig caught fire while traveling on I-29 near 12th Avenue North in Fargo Sunday afternoon. Troopers say the rear brakes of the trailer caught fire. The driver pulled over and the back of the trailer became engulfed in flames. Firefighters put out the fire and the driver was not hurt. Police have arrested a woman accused of firing a gun at a hotel in South Fargo. Police say 26-year-old Andre LaShawn Darnell Strickland fired a gun at the Travel Lodge near the West Acres Mall around 11 o'clock June 18th. Police tell us Strickland was arrested without incident at an apartment in Moorhead. She's charged with reckless endangerment with a weapon. There's no word yet on a possible motive. Fargo police now say a recent arson and burglary at a business caused $50,000 in damage. It happened at FPN Gaming just after 8 in the morning, Monday, June 6th. Two people broke into the building and rummaged throughout the warehouse for a few hours looking for items to steal. Surveillance footage shows one of the burglars carrying a gas can, which was used to start a fire in one of the offices. Items stolen include speakers, a mixing board, at least 3 laptops, and video cameras. Law enforcement officers in both Cass and Clay counties are working to identify the suspect who led several agencies on a high-speed chase across state lines early this morning.
So about 3:11, a deputy had attempted to stop a vehicle near Highway 10 on 34th Street. He was attempting to stop it because it had fled from the Moorhead Police Department, and the vehicle did not have any registration displayed on it. The driver didn't stop for the deputies' lights and sirens, and a pursuit was started.
Clay County Sheriff Mark Empting says after the driver avoided several rounds of stop sticks in both Moorhead and Fargo, the stolen vehicle was later found abandoned in Fargo. Anyone with information on the chase or the driver involved is asked to contact law enforcement as soon as possible. Health officials in Minnesota have reported the first presumptive case of monkeypox in the state. The Department of Health says the presumptive case was detected in an adult in the Twin Cities who likely caught the virus while traveling abroad. We're told the infected person is receiving outpatient care and the health department is conducting contact tracing. A number of monkeypox cases is reported among members of the gay community. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says he's issuing an executive order to protect those who visit the state to receive abortions. The Democrat said his office will help those who travel to the state for abortions to the, quote, fullest extent of their lawful authority. Walz says he made the decision because he expects Minnesota's neighboring states to, quote, severely restrict reproductive freedom. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem's office is launching a new website with resources for pregnant women and new parents. The site went live the same day the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, which guaranteed federal protection for abortion rights. The website, life.sd.gov, also includes information on financial assistance and adoption. Governor Noem says caring for the unborn includes getting moms the help they need to be successful. And a Grand Forks native is the winner of the latest televised episode of the dance challenge competition show Dancing with Myself. Lily Goring appeared in the 4th episode of the NBC show's first season, where dancers compete in a series of challenges designed and demonstrated by celebrity creators. The 15-year-old was voted the winner after 6 rounds and earned a $25,000 prize. In a closer look tonight, the Fargo Police Department continues to perform aerial speed enforcement over areas of South Fargo, where drivers and riders frequently speed. Chief Dave Zibolski talks about how they incorporate help from an airplane.
It's all radio communication, just like we do squad to squad. So we've got immediate communication with the plane as long as the plane is here and in place. That helps us kind of track down some of those folks that might flee until they come to some kind of a stop where we can kind of corral them in and get them in custody.
Chief Zibolski told WDAY's Bonnie and Friends that during a 5-hour patrol period this past weekend, officers made 24 stops. Zibolski says he's working with state lawmakers now to get tougher laws and penalties on the books to help deter street racing. The chief says some speeding drivers manage to get away from police when officers go after them.
A couple of vehicles, one a crotch rocket, flee from us. Later in the evening, we had 2 other vehicles flee from our officers after the patrol mission was in place. I mean, this happens routinely throughout the night. This is why we're working with state legislators to bring forward some fleeing owner responsibility legislation that makes the owner of those vehicles responsible for who was driving it in those instances, because it's also very dangerous.
The plane used in the aerial speed enforcement effort is operated by the North Dakota Highway Patrol. Well, if you haven't done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to the Nightly Review and hit the bell button below as well. That way you'll always be up to date on all the news and events happening in the FM Metro. We appreciate your support. A few clouds hanging around the region today. Does it mean we might see more rain in the forecast? Meteorologist Justin Storm has the latest from the Skywatch Weather Center.
Thanks, Tom. As we head through the rest of this evening into tonight, we'll see partly cloudy conditions continuing with wind out of the southwest around 10 to 20 miles per hour. There will be a slight chance for a couple isolated thunder showers before 3 a.m., otherwise partly cloudy with lows near 60 tonight, and we'll rebound back to the upper 60s and lower 70s on Tuesday. A cold front will swing through the early morning hours, bringing a slight chance for a few light showers. Wind will then switch to the north, 10 to 20, gusting to 30 for Tuesday afternoon, with partly cloudy skies. Into Wednesday, some scattered showers and storms become more likely with highs in the mid-80s and partly sunny skies with a south-southeast wind 15 to 30.
You can spark hope for others. Now through June 30th, lighten the load of neighbors in crisis with a gift of $10 or more to the Lend a Hand Up Summer Boost campaign. All gifts will be distributed to boost help for local families, and the first 100 donors will receive a gift card to Star Fireworks. Learn more and give to the Summer Boost at lendahandup.org.
Lend a hand up.
Lend a Hand Up is community powered and guided by Dakota Medical Foundation.
Welcome back to the Nightly Review. The Boys and Girls Club of the Red River Valley is now celebrating 50 years of service, supporting and encouraging young people, helping them succeed at school, and preparing them for adulthood. Robin Nelson has been serving as CEO of the organization for the past 10 years, and she's my guest for tonight's one-on-one conversation to talk about how the Boys and Girls Club is making a difference and how they're celebrating.
Oh gosh, it's so much fun, and our kids are super excited. We have a lot of events that are going to happen throughout the week, a dance party and a DJ. Kids always like that. We're burying a time capsule with some things that are relevant right now in our time, and just events throughout the week. We're also going to do some staff appreciation that our staff don't know about yet. So the kids are scheming to celebrate their staff as well. So a lot of fun at the Boys and Girls Club as usual.
Robin, for those who aren't familiar with the Boys and Girls Club, talk about the organization, its mission, and what it does to support children who otherwise may not have access to this kind of help, which in many cases, as you know, can be life-changing.
Yeah. Boys and Girls Club, we have a couple different programs. Our K-5 program is in 10 schools and 3 buildings that we own. And then we also have another program, our Teen Club program, which is middle school and up. We focus on academic success, good character, and healthy lifestyles, but we trick them into learning while having fun. But really, it's all about preparing youth to have a great future and really be contributing members of society and give their parents peace of mind so they can work as well.
So do I understand correctly that the Boys and Girls Club is geared toward maybe working with and supporting children who come from underserved communities or families who might need a little extra help?
We help all kids, regardless of income level, but the key is, do we make it affordable for everybody who wants to participate? So we do that through offsetting costs through donations. We have a sliding fee scale, we have scholarships. Our Teen Club program is also almost exclusively run by donations. The annual membership fee is only $10 a year. But no, we want to keep everybody together because everybody is just as important as everybody else at the Boys and Girls Club. And so we want to make sure that they're exposed to everybody, and we're just kind of a big family.
Having been with the club for 10 years as CEO, I presume you've seen some success stories with some of the children that you and your staff have worked with. Any one story in particular come to mind?
Yeah, there's one little guy, I'll call him Alex, and he actually got suspended from school for doing something on social media, something stupid, I should say. And so I arranged for him to do all of his homework at the Boys and Girls Club. We had a tutor help him through school. He turned himself around. He took it very seriously. And he went on to compete and tell his story, and he was North Dakota's Youth of the Year for Boys and Girls Club, and he won a $5,000 scholarship. He is currently a student at NDSU, and he does credit the Boys and Girls Club for never giving up on him. And you know, I told him every day how proud I was of him, and he said, "You keep telling me that, Robin." And I said, "Because I am. You really turned things around, and we were here to help you the whole way, and we're still going to help you in your adult life as well."
I'd like to thank Robin Nelson, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of the Red River Valley, for joining me for tonight's one-on-one conversation, talking about the agency's 50th anniversary. Congratulations to Robin and her entire staff at the Boys and Girls Club. To learn more about the organization and upcoming events, be sure to check out their website at bgcrrv.org. Well, that will do it for this Monday night, June 27th, 2022. I'm Tom Tucker. Thanks for watching the Nightly Review.